Hello, my gorgeous viewer. Let's get the bill. If you're on this video, you probably came here from TikTok or Instagram, or you're just beautiful and I love you. But right now, I am prepping my skin with hyperreal serumizer. And before I did this, I had definitely put on like my moisturizer and sunscreen. For my moisturizer, I used the Lightful C Radiant Hydration Emulsion. You just saw me using primer, but that's besides the point. I used the Lightful C Radiant Hydration Emulsion, and then I have a La Roche-Posay sunscreen. I'm obsessed. 100% I'm obsessed. Ever since I started using La Roche-Posay sunscreen, I have not turned back. And I don't see myself turning back from it anytime soon. Also, I'm not putting any music on this video. So if you are watching this video and you've reached this point, just know you're just going to keep listening to me speak for the next 17 minutes of your life. And I appreciate you for coming on this video and listening to me say words. I'm honestly doing this last minute. My brain is tired. It's also the holidays. I'm still trying to put out content. Shut up, Kigi. Anyways, I'm putting on brow gel. Now, I always like to just lay my brows down with brow gel before I go into doing the rest of my makeup. I like when my hairs are just like really nicely tucked away because it helps for a really... Well, does it really help? Yes, it does, to be honest. I feel like it helps when my brows are just nicely tucked away for the rest of my application process because like I just don't have to think about my brows as much after this. And my brows at this point, they were doing well. They were nice and shaped. They're slightly growing back again, but they were in a good place. So like just a light brow gel. Now I'm mixing my foundations. I mixed my Studio Radiance foundation in the shade NC50 with my Face and Body foundation in the shade C7. And that's honestly like my perfect shade. I know it doesn't look like it yet, but it basically will oxidize to become my skin tone as I blend it. It takes a few minutes for it to really just like oxidize and settle in nicely. But that's basically like my favorite, most perfect shade for myself. And I like the mix of those two foundations too. It feels really nice. It feels buttery. It's really nice and glowy and radiant for my dry skin this December, this winter. I hate having dry skin in winter. I hate it so much. So like you will probably be getting a lot more skincare videos from me on like how I'm like caring for my dry skin and my dry lips and my dry eyes. Oh my gosh. Literally, I hate dry skin, but it's okay. I have it. I'm embracing it and it's fun. Kiki, keep quiet. I'm just like every 5 seconds you literally hear me tell myself to shut up at this point. So I'm just blending that out. As you can see, it's like oxidized a little bit and now my face kind of matches my neck and my chest a bit more. But naturally, my face is a bit, not naturally, I feel like it's just like sunburn at this point. But my face definitely is a bit darker than like my chest and like my neck. But I prefer to just match my foundation to my face directly. Because if I try to match my chest, then I feel like my face just looks like ashy. So I don't do that. And then I'm just really, really like blending in that foundation. And I really don't need to be saying all these words, but you know, what else would you be doing? Would you just listen to silence? Would you guys actually listen to me just like post a video of me doing my makeup in silence? I'm going to do that one day. It would be so awkward. Like ASMR, but like silence. Silent ASMR. Let's think about that. Anyways, that's my concealer placement. I did the dot dot thing. I know the girlie said that like the dot dot of concealer is not going to get you anywhere, but girl, I love a good little clean girl makeup every once in a while. And like, I don't know, I feel like when you have enough melanin, you can get away with your dot of concealer. You just have to blend it right and use the right amounts of powder as well. But I could be wrong though. I could be very wrong. Who knows? Anyways, I'm blending out my concealer. As you could see, I didn't really let it dry down too long. I probably let it dry down for like a minute and a half. And as you can see, like as I'm blending it out with my brush, it's still giving me a really, really good amount of coverage. I actually don't like using too much concealer because I feel like when I use too much, it starts to like crack and crease on my skin. So I'd rather just use like a little bit first and then layer it after if I need to. But with the way that this blended out, I literally did not need to add anything. Sorry, I literally didn't need to add like any more concealer to this. I just blended it out and let it really like sit nicely, settle into the skin. And now I feel like I should actually stop saying words, but I'm just going to keep talking. So if I say anything embarrassing, that's too bad. Guys, it's like 2 a.m. and I really need to sleep. But I'm also like, if I don't post this video today, I'll cry and I'll be upset. Anyways, I'm just blending out that concealer. I like following like my face shape as well when I'm doing this. I also like blending it over my eyelid just to like really like clean up that area. And I'm using the Studio Fix 24-hour smooth wear concealer. It's matte. It basically sets itself, so you don't necessarily need to put powder on top of this. I do put powder on top of this just because why do I put powder on top of this after? That's a really good question, actually. I like the look of powder on top of my concealer. It's mainly, for me personally, it's mainly because of the shade. Because sometimes this feels like really bright, but like the powder will end up toning it down a bit more. And I just like the extra security, like when you set your concealer with a powder. But when you, like, if you saw the other video, like the short form of this, like you'll see that I didn't really do like a heavy setting powder. I literally just use like compact powder. But you'll see that soon enough. But for right now, this is still just me blending. It's like so detailed. Like, I like taking my time, especially when I'm blending out my concealer, because in general, like my eye area, my under eyes, very sensitive. And I can imagine that like me, anyone else would have like more sensitive eyes. So I like to be very careful and very gentle with my eyes. I like to take my time in that area as well. And now I'm just going to spray my face with a bit of Fix Plus Stay Over. This is a setting spray, and I like spraying my face before I put on powders just to like give that like extra, do I say lock and key? Extra security, basically. This helps with long wear. It helps with the longevity of your makeup. I need to purchase a Fix Plus original as soon as possible because I really like the Fix Plus Stay Over, but I generally now have come to the conclusion that you kind of have to just use both of them. So like I feel like the next time I'm doing my makeup, I kind of want like a Fix Plus original to use during the previous step of like just like setting down my cream products, and then I want to see how that wears, if it makes a difference, if it doesn't make a difference, I don't know yet, but I want to see how that looks. Now I'm just lining my waterline with a brown eye pencil. The shade is called Sick Tap Bro. It's in the Gelexcess line from MAC Cosmetics. I really like the shade of brown. It's dark. I've used it I really like the shade of brown. It's dark, like duh. I've used it as a lip pencil as well. I don't do that in this video, but I like it. I actually purchased this to use it as a lip pencil, but I still use it in my waterline because it's really nice. It's less harsh, less intense than like using a black eyeliner as well, which I really like for more natural look. And now I'm just using my macstack mascara. I think I was using the waterproof as well because when I was getting ready, I was like, I feel like I'm going to cry today. I didn't, but like, I was just like, I feel like I'm going to cry. I literally crack myself up. Anyways, I'm just literally putting on mascara at this point. And like, I don't know how I'm still like functioning to even say words because it's like, how much can I actually explain? Yes, I was using the waterproof mascara, but I could keep going. I could keep going. What is she doing? Guys, please take me seriously. I'm trying my best. Please take me seriously. Thank you. Okay, so she's still putting on mascara. You would think like I'm not like commenting on myself the way I'm like, she's still doing this and she's still doing that. Like, what's wrong with me? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with me. Well, oh Lord. Yeah, so I'm still laying that mascara on really nice and thick. I'm making sure to like separate my lashes with the brush as well because it's the kind of like brush head where like it is supposed to like separate your lashes while you're applying the product. But I still like to like use my own hands and like put the brush head to work and like separate my lashes myself. Now I'm going in with, I think I'm going in with setting powder now. Yes, I'm going in with setting powder. I'm using the mineralized powder in the shade Dark Tan, and I'm going to use that in my under eyes. Low key, you guys, I kind of lied in my last video, or maybe like the video before that, in the cold girl makeup one, where I was like, my skin doesn't change color. My skin is definitely losing pigment. Not terribly, but like, I don't know. Like the last time I used Dark Tan, I feel like it was too dark. But like it looks really good in this video. So I'm like, what did I do differently? But yeah, I'm just using this really, really lightly and like I'm building it up as I need to. But I start with like a really, 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 really light layer of powder. This is my favorite makeup look ever that I've done. The only thing that I would typically do that I didn't do for this makeup is like contouring. I love contouring, but I didn't contour for this look, and I was actually very impressed at how it turned out in the end because I was like, I still look really nice and like snatched. But I did a bit of like a reverse contour as well. I don't know if I left that when I was editing, but I definitely did a bit of a reverse contour as well when I was like doing this makeup. And now I'm using the shade Dark in the mineralized powder, and I'm just using that in like all the other parts of my face and like making sure that like all the edges, like where like the concealer meets the foundation, I'm just making sure everything's really nice and blended and really, 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 really seamless, to really give me that like natural, glowy, radiant finish. I love a radiant finish. We will do more matte looks in the future. I love a radiant finish. I'm using Lovejoy in the mineralized blush. This also gives you like a nice radiant look as well. I like to say that like the mineralized blush is like a blush and a highlight at the same time. And that's one of my favorite things about it because when I use this blush, I genuinely do not feel the need to use another highlight unless I just want like a more like intense, defined, highlighted look. I wouldn't use another highlighter. And now I'm using the shade Heat Index in the Glowplay blushes. These blushes are low-key very controversial. I don't mind them. I've definitely had times when like I used it and I felt like it was just looking patchy, but then it was just a thing of like I just needed to blend it more. So I like pairing it with another blush. Like this blush combo of Lovejoy and Heat Index, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is probably like, it's probably like the best blush combo that I've done on myself in a couple weeks. I'm like obsessed with it and I would do this every day if I had to. Now I'm using Chesnut the pencil. Don't know why I struggled to open that, but it's okay. Literally, it's okay. I'm just lining my lip with chestnut lip pencil. I really like this step as well. I feel like if contouring, like if I had to rank like my favorite steps, contouring is like number one. No, contouring is maybe number two because eyeliner is number one. Number one would be eyeliner, number two would be contouring, number three would be my lip pencil, number four would be blending out my under eye concealer. And then I really like putting on my lip gloss as well. I'm putting on Oyster Girl from MAC Cosmetics as well. And now I'm using clear lip gloss. This is very essential. I love the stickiness. I love the shine. I love the intensity. It lasts ages and ages and ages. Ages and ages and ages. I probably told this before, but I've literally like sat through 3 hours, 6 hours of lectures with my lip gloss on, and like it just stays on forever, and I'm obsessed. And now I'm going in with my Fix Plus Stay Over one last time for a couple more spritzes. And if you watch this video to the end, just know that like I did not listen to a word that I said. And I'm uploading this video exactly how this is. And I'm happy and I'm satisfied. And all I'm going to tell myself is I posted. And if I embarrass myself, that's fine. That's okay. I'm not going to think about it ever again in my life. Good night. Also, I'm putting on... I'm using my 24-hour brush stroke liner in the shade Brush Black because I just like a wing eyeliner. I feel like when I put wing eyeliner on, it extends my lifespan by like 2 weeks every single time. So I'm putting on my wing eyeliner, like a really, really tiny, tiny wing. And I filled in my inner corner of my eye a little bit as well, just for some definition. I really like the fierce kind of look as well, but like it still ended up looking really, really nice and soft. So I really appreciate how I did this makeup, and I'm glad I filmed this because this is the makeup look that I'm going to be wearing all throughout the rest of the holidays.